only you guys could know how much this palette is. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new, my name is RADIANCE and you're most definitely welcome. And if you're returning, thank you for stopping back by and welcome back, love. So today I'll be doing something very different, something I've never done. But I saw this years back from Cynthia. And I thought I should, I always wanted to do it. So I'm going to do one face with high-end products or expensive, and then the other with more affordable, so that we can just compare and see. Okay, so we're gonna get right into it. I just want to grab a wipe and just get my hands clean. Okay, so for primer on this, okay, so this side is going to be my high end and this side is going to be my cheaper side. So on my right, on your left, on my left is the cheaper side, on your right. So this side I'm going to use the MAC Prep and Prime, just like that. I wish I left the brush that I used to blend out my primers. So here goes nothing. I'm going to look different today. It's because when it comes to my foundations and my concealers, I know that they're going to have a different undertone, definitely. So just have to see. And then on my cheaper side, I'm going to use the Sheet Lamp Birthday Skin Primer. Then I think I took a bit too much. Done with my primers. This side is more glowy, and I don't know, the primer this side is very thick. So yeah, with foundations I'm caught in between using the Estee Lauder versus this one, which is the Revlon one, or the L'Oreal in NC45. Okay. I'm bleeding, I'm crying, because I'm gonna have to use my Estee Lauder because it is more expensive than the NC45 from MAC. It hurts, but I'm gonna use this one and the Revlon because the undertones are quite closer to me. When it comes to those two, they're a bit warmer, hence I paired those two together, and I'm pairing these two together. So we are definitely going to use different foundation brushes. Someone made me realize the last time I did foundation review that I used the same brush on the other side. So I'm going to use different brushes for this. For this side, I'm going to use this brush because I already used this brush yesterday and I didn't have it clean. And this one is clean, so I'm going to apply the Estee Lauder with the clean brush. So this is the Estee Lauder. It is definitely full coverage. I don't have the pump, so I can't say how much I have out, but I just did that. So with these two, they definitely more of my match when it comes to the undertone and everything. So the thing is, with the Revlon one, it has less coverage than the Estee Lauder, so we'll just have to see how that goes. This is the Estee Lauder. Absolutely love this foundation, worth the price. Okay, and this is the Revlon. That's literally one pump, and then I'm using this brush to apply it. Do you see what I meant about, sorry about that, what I meant about them being closer when it comes to the shade match? still see my spots right there, so I am going to go in with just half a pump. It's not even half, that's way too little, because the one pump is a lot. And I'm just going to cover up the blemishes that I still see right there. Okay, so this is how we're looking right now. Remember, my cheaper side and then my expensive side, or high end. Moving on to concealer, I do have, almost said that I don't have high end concealers, so I was going to use the Tesh Beauty one, but Tesh Beauty, I don't want to put it on the high end. I was going to use the Sheet Lamp for the cheaper side and Tesh Beauty for the high end. However, the MAC one is expensive than the Tesh Beauty, so we're going to use the MAC on my my high end. It is very light, so I'm going to go with it just right there, and then I'll use the Tesh Beauty. So now here's where what I don't like, the undertones. So this one is light, and then this one is literally like 2 shades lighter, so we're going to have a problem. And then for my nose, which one am I going to use? Okay, we'll do that, and then do this. Do you see that? I don't know which one to use for my nose. Let's see. Try that. Literally trying to go equal. And then for my contour, I don't have a high-end contour, so I'm going to use Wet n Wild on this side and then the Sheet Lamp on this side, because this one is pricier than this one. This is less than 100 rand, this is more. So I'm just gonna place that right there. Nah. And then with this, I need to be very 3 pigmented for coverage and dark, so I need to be cautious with that. And then I'm going to go in with this brush, and I'm going to blend out this side first. You see what I mean by it being very pigmented and dark? So blending this side first. Okay, I'm done blending out this side, and then for this side I am using a different brush. This is my favorite contour, nice and warm. This one is red. This side, it's going to be red and yellow and everything, color blocking. So time to blend out the concealers, and I'm going to use 2 different sponges. Dirty, I know, but I used these yesterday. I need to get them washed. I'm going to start off right here, blending out my concealer, because I do like it to stay on a bit longer under my eye. Using a different, but I'm using this side, not that side, a different blender. I'm going in on the Tesh Beauty side. Then I need to go in with the brushes. This one. Then going under my eye. Okay, so that MAC one was dry, and it was lifting up product when I was blending it out. I don't like it at all. I don't know, maybe I should get a different shade and see how that goes, but literally my under eye is patchy because of that. So I think I'm gonna need to I might need to end up using another concealer on this side just to save the day. I don't know. Do you see that? The more I blend, the more it gets worse. Still using the MAC. I'm trying to correct all this patchiness. I don't know. Okay, so that's the best I could go. I'm gonna try not to use another concealer just for the sake of this video. Do you see that? One side is ashy, the other is. Okay, so this is dry, so I need to go back in a bit more with the concealer. I wish I had a banana powder for this ashy side, just so that we can tone this down a bit. I don't know, but we'll see. We'll have to see. Okay guys, so I look a bit crazy, I know. I contoured my nose. I was so hungry I had to go and eat, so I have creasing because now I didn't set my under eye, but I was getting so weak that I just stood up and went to eat. So moving on to blush, I want to use Tish Beauty on this side and the Sheet Glam on this side, but now the shades are completely off. I don't have the rest of my Sheet Glam blushes here, so let me just, okay, so I got a blush that we can work with Tish Beauty. I'm going to use the shade Deli, and then on this side I'm going to use Sheet Glam with the shade. Okay, so we're going to start off with Deli, and I just want a brush to apply this. So for my high-end side, I'm going to use the cream blush from Tish Beauty. My under eye is screaming. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm done with my blush this side. On the other side, I'm going to use this one from Sheet Glam. So yeah, the shades are close enough. What I don't like about the Sheet Glam one is it kind of like removes product. So like the applicator, wherever I placed it, it picks up the product underneath, and I don't like that. So much blush. Done with blush, I just need to get my under eyes sorted, so I did apply more of the MAC and the Tish Beauty under my eyes because wow, you guys, they are screaming. Or they were screaming, and this MAC just keeps on lifting more product. The more I apply it, the more product it lifts up. I honestly don't know what to do at this point. I don't know.
I'm just gonna keep on blending.
And I think I'm gonna go in with powder just to avoid all this creasing. Okay, so for this side I think I'm going to use the Revlon Color Stay powder to set this side, and then for this side I'll use the sheet glam. So this is the powder that I'm going to use for Revlon, and I'm just going to go right away with it. So that I don't get any more creasing. Here we go. My affordable side, I'm using the Sheet Glam Baked Glow powder. I got out a lot. So for my reverse contouring, I put the Sheet Glam on the side. I'm going to take the Revlon as well for the side. Okay, so with powders for my high end, I'm going to use the MAC Studio Fix in NC45. The other side I'm using the Yardley in Almond. Bronzer on this side, I'm going in with the MAC Mineralize Skin Finish in Dark Deepest. On this side, I'm going to go in with the Ofra Blush Bronzer in Format. So for powder blush, because I'm a blush girl, I'm going to go in with the MAC on this side. This is in Bright Pink, and I'm just going to pick up some product like that. And then for this side, I'm gonna go in with my face palette with this shade. I hope you guys can see that shade, this shade. And it has more pigment, of course. So I'm going to use the same brush to just dust off these powders. So to set this side, I'm going to use the MAC Fix It, and then for this side I'm going to use the Rimmel Insta Fix and Go. So I'm going to use this box. And then for this side, I'm going to use, so for brows, I'm going to use the Hermosa on the affordable side, the Hermosa Follow Pencil. And then for this side, I'm going to use the MAC. Okay, so I just want to make sure that my brows are dry and ready to be done. So here's the MAC. This is in the shade Stud. So with the MAC, you need to go in quite a number of times because I don't get the pigment right away, especially if I'm doing my base. I'm doing my brows after base with the Hermosa one. It has so much pigment and I absolutely adore it. So I'm going in very lightly with this one because it's very pigmented and I don't want it to, well, I don't want my brows to look one darker and the other light. Okay, so I'm done with my brows. Moving on to eyeshadow. I'm going to use Hermosa Floor, the Groce eyeshadow palette this side, and then MAC on this side. So I once showed you guys that these are like almost dupes for each other, and if you've always wanted this MAC Flame-boyant, if I'm not mistaken, Flame-boyant palette, you can get the Hermosa Floor instead. It has the same colors, however you're getting more on this one. So I'm going to use this one on this side and then the Hermosa on the other. Okay, so let me just figure out the shades that I'm going to use. So starting off on my expensive side, my high end, I'm going to go in with this shade. I think it's Dada Issues, I'm not sure. I'm going in with Dada Issues. So the shades that I'll be using are shades that I can get on that other palette. This is definitely darker. It's more like black. This doesn't look like purple at all. It looks purple in the pan, but when you, okay, let me use this other shade. Okay, so I'm using Everyone's Darling or Fan the Flames. I don't know. Okay, so this is not going to turn out well at all because now these shades look different in the pan. However, when you actually apply them, it's something different. Okay, no. I'm just going to remove this and try to start over. So I started over. I'm going to try out this one instead and see if it gives me the purple that I'm looking for. Okay, the pigment, A0 for me. I'm just going to show you the pigment on this side, right? Let me just get a different brush. So I'm gonna pick up this shade or this one because it looks similar to the one that I applied looking at the pans. Okay, just show you, look at the Hermosa Floor pigment. And of course the shades don't look the same when you are now applying them, but from the pan they definitely look similar. Look at that. Let me change my brushes and I'm going in with this one again, and I'm just going to try to like build it up. This is even harder to blend. Oh wow. only you guys could know how much this palette is. It's a 0 for me. No ways. So I'm going to use this one just to get a bit of that purple that I'm getting on this side. But I'm going to be very light-handed because this palette is very pigmented. Okay, I'm going in with Unfailing just because this purple this side is more darker. Close enough, not the same, but it's close. So I'm going to kind of like, I'm not cutting the crease, I'm just cleaning the front part, and I'm going to use the same concealer for this part, guys, only because for the front part I want a light shade like this one, matte as well, so I don't have it in that one. I'm gonna go in with this shade, the milk shade, and then in the MAC I'm gonna go in with that one. I think it's, hey guys, I'm not even gonna guess these names. So I'm starting off with the MAC one, and it's getting warmer, and that's not the shade that I am looking for. Wow. Let's go in with Milk. They look the same from the pan, but applying them, this is what I'm looking for. This right here is what I am looking for. So what must happen now? I don't know. I got no idea. But I'm not gonna play this game, guys. Not with eyeshadow. So I'm gonna go in with the Milk again from the Hermosa, because I cannot. I just can't. Okay, let's try out the shimmer shade. I'm thinking of going in with this one from the MAC for that part right there. Not mad at that at all. And then I'm going to turn it to the other side and use this one, also a bit goldy. So this one is a bit more warmer. This one is a bit champagne-y. Okay, let me put on my lashes and then we'll move on to lips. Okay, so I'm done with my eyes. Let's just move on quickly to highlighter. And for this side, I'm going to use this MAC in Oh Darling. And then for this side, I'm going to use my, okay, no, let me use the Milani in Sun Glow. So, starting off with the MAC. The highlighter is definitely my favorite, very subtle, but it's there. And then I'm going to change the brush to the other side using the Milani. This one is not my shade. I feel like it's very gold, very hush. And yeah, it leaves you textured. I don't have a high-end lip liner. I just don't believe in those. I'm going to use the Essence Soft and Precise Lip Pencil in Fierce. I just need to sharpen. So I don't have a sharpener here. I'm going to try by all means to use what I have. So one side I'll be using my MAC Ruby Woo, the other I'm going to use the Hermosa Dream Chaser. So I'm just going to swatch. This is the Hermosa, the Dream Chaser, and then this is a Ruby Woo. You guys see that? This is a bit warmer or more maroony, I don't know, deeper red though. So it's the mini, by the way. And then for this side, of course, Hermosa. My lashes are giving me a hard time, but at this point I'm exhausted. Anyways, this is how the look came out. I can't even tell the difference at this moment, but I do feel it on my lips because the Hermosa Flow one is more matte than the Ruby Woo. So that's what I can say. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Comment down in the comment section and let me know what you liked about this video. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next tutorial or my next upload.